Great state of Florida. I just got back from a trade mission last week. I got back Saturday from Japan. On top of all the tourists we're talking about here today, there's plenty of Japanese tourists that want to come here. We're working on trying to get more flights to our state, so more Japanese tourists can come. It's great to be up here with such a great group of individuals. President Ginshaft is somebody I know that is very focused on building our economy here, and is very focused on growing jobs, and so it's always great to see Judy here. Our airport is a big driver of jobs here, so Joe's doing a great job. I was over there trying to get some additional flights here, so trying to get more flights here from all over the country, and Sam does a great job representing this area. So I want to you can have more fun over there. I'm not big on the upside down part. I don't know if you guys are. I like all of them, but the upside down one's not so much. I want to recognize Will Seckham for being here. Will has done a great job building tourism across the state, working with the private sector. Your tax dollars go to work to build jobs here. It's a public-private partnership. Your tax dollars, some of that money is put out, and then the private sector matches that generally 2 for 1. But today we have record numbers for tourism, and Will and the Visit Florida team, but everybody involved in tourism does a great job. Busch Gardens is a great place. Jim does a great job getting more tourists here. He said they run over to do that roller coaster. I'd run to get my kids on the roller coaster because I saw that there's an upside down part. I'm proud to join Santiago Carrata here, President and CEO of the Visit Tampa Bay, to announce that we got to announce the Bollywood Oscars are going to be held in Tampa in 2014. I had the opportunity to visit India 3 times in my life. I have a good friend that's a Hindi singer, so she's excited to come. It's a pleasure to be here in the Tampa Bay region, especially on the heels of last week's announcement by USAA. USAA is going to bring more than 1,200 new jobs and generate more than $164 million in capital investment for families in the region. That's a great day. That's in addition to the 1,800 jobs they already have here. This area of the state, by the way, the Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater area, has had the biggest job growth year over year in the last year, and it's been over 40,000 jobs, and the unemployment in this area went down from 9.1 to 7%, which is what the statewide average is. Thanks to our natural treasures and hardworking Florida families, and by the way, our state parks, we have 167 state parks. We're the only state that has ever won the gold medal 3 times. No state's even won it twice, and ours just won it for the 3rd time. But our natural treasures and hardworking Florida families, the Sunshine State has experienced 2 consecutive years of record-setting visitation by travelers from 184 countries. We hope to build on that momentum in 2013 and beyond to make the Sunshine State the #1 travel destination in the world. This is where everybody wants to come. I've done 10 trade missions around the world. People want to come to Florida. They love Tampa, they love Orlando, they love Miami, they love all of our beaches, our weather. That's why I'm proud that the future looks even brighter for families in the Tampa Bay region. We've worked hard to grow more jobs and opportunities for families in the Tampa Bay region. That's why we secured $5 million for Dolphin Tail 2. We were down at the aquarium, and I was going to take a picture of my wife, and she kept trying to push me out of the picture so she could get a picture of the winter. So I felt very, very special. The first Dolphin Tail movie boosted tourism in Tampa and created over 1,000 jobs. So we're very anxious that Dolphin Tail 2 will continue in that tradition. I'm also proud to be in the Tampa Bay area several months ago to help announce the Bollywood Awards. We also are proud that Visit Florida has completed its work with Google to map out every mile of Florida's vast beaches. Google will provide an incredible tool where families will be able to find their favorite beach location so they can plot a vacation to the Sunshine State. And people ask me what my favorite part of Florida is, and while I live in Naples, I love every spot, especially on the beach. Because of the hard work of Florida families, our improved economic climate, and the strategic investments we've made on the state level, we've made great gains in tourism. You know, when I came into this job almost 3 years ago, I said, where can we for sure grow jobs in the state? And tourism is one area where we can. We've had dramatic investments in our ports, our airports, our infrastructure. And tourism is clearly where we know we can do well. This morning we have some incredible news for families. According to Visit Florida, more than 22 million visitors came to Florida in the third quarter of 2013. These numbers... These numbers represent the largest third quarter visitation in the state's history. That's incredible news. It means greater opportunities for Florida families. So let's do also another big round of applause for everybody that's making this happen. Our universities are making it happen, state colleges, everybody. From January to August, visitor spending was up more than 5%. And you know, I was just up in cold, high-tax New York the other day. And I explained to them that we have way more tourists coming here, and you don't have to pay taxes. You know, when you want to live here, no income tax. The weather's great. We do get rain sometimes and cool it off. Hopefully not in the next few minutes. So since from January to August, tourists spent more than $58 billion in the Sunshine State. And nobody ever puts these numbers in perspective. But if you put in that perspective, our entire GDP for the state for a year is around $800 billion. So when tourists come in the first 8 months of the year spend almost $60 billion, that's a significant amount of investment in our state. It pays a lot of our sales taxes. It creates a lot of jobs. Today's announcement builds on yesterday's news from our Department of Environmental Protection that a record 25 million visitors to our state parks last year created a $1.2 billion impact. And I know Busch Gardens, SeaWorld would love to have another 25 million visitors. Every 85 visitors to our state supports one Florida job. A growing tourism industry equates to more jobs for Florida families and a stronger economy. And you know, I ran on a jobs platform when I ran. People say, why do you care so much? I grew up in a family where my parents struggled to find jobs. So every time I think of a job, I think of what my parents went through when they were having a hard time finding a job. When my dad got his car repossessed because he didn't have a job, I think about it every day. How can we make sure that every family doesn't go through what my family went through when they struggled to have a job? Now today I love to do stories about people that have started and sometimes start at the bottom and got to make the big leagues in these companies. So where's David? David Boone? Come up here. We're going to say nice things about you. So you can turn bright red. So David Boone's with us today. He is a shining example of how a good job in Florida's tourism industry can mean the world to a Florida family. David was born and raised in Tampa, where his dad served at the local military base. Both of his sisters worked at Busch Gardens, so he followed in their footsteps and worked his way through college here. David climbed the ladder from part-time employee to park manager and eventually made his way on the way to the corporate ladder in human resources. Today he's the vice president of human resources at Busch Gardens, and he wants to hire great, wonderful people that love tourists. He told us that he loves working for a family-friendly company, and Busch Gardens has afforded him the opportunity to raise his family and live his version of the American dream. He has two sons. One's 21 and I was in the Navy, so the right service. My dad was in the 82nd Airborne, and I said, Dad, it was a much better deal in the Navy. So, but his son serves in the Navy in Pensacola, and the other son is 18 and is in ROTC, and he attends USF. Go Bulls! It's jobs like these that afford the families to chase their dreams in the Sunshine State. Let's give a round of applause to David and the entire Busch Gardens family.